my window, I see your smiley lights the sky. Will you play me a love song? Love song, love song, yeah. Every time we meet, the feeling is so sweet. I think about you day and night because it feels so right. You've got me in a trance. I'm ready for romance. Romance. You make me say, make me wanna say now. Any time of day, any time of day, shining through my window pane, shining through my window pane, taking all my cares away, taking all my cares away. In love, in love. I never thought this would happen. I'd always dreamed that it would be. You got me floating on a cloud, so high, so high, so high. When you take a chance, life is just a dance, a dance. I will dance with you forever. I look into your eyes, following my heart, it is my guide. Will you take me on a ride? Take me on a ride. Any time of day, any time of day, shining through my window pane, shining through my window pane, taking all my cares away, taking all my cares away. In love, in love, in love.
many things you do for me unselfishly. If you could give me the moon and stars, they'd be mine. You proved your love for me in so many ways. I don't have the words to say how much you mean to me. Each day is better than the one before. Ooh, yesterday's babe. Whatever you're doing, do it some more. Oh yeah. Put a smile on my face when I hit the door. You make a girl feel real good, so very special. It's the little things you say and do when I'm with you that tell me your love for me is the real thing. You take care of all my wants and needs. You aim to please. Not a day goes by when you don't show me, baby. Each day is better than the one before. Whatever you're doing, do it some more. Put a smile on my face when I hit the door. Oh, baby, you make a girl feel real good, so very special. I'm so blessed to have a love like yours. Love like yours, yours and mine. Oh, thank you, baby, for loving me the way you do. Each day is better than the one before. So better, make it better, baby. Whatever you're doing, do it some more. Do it, baby. Put a smile on my face when I hit the door. I like it, baby. Make a girl feel real good, so very special. Each day is better than the one before. It's better than the day before, yeah. Whatever you're doing, do it some more. 'Cause you sure put a smile on my face. Smile on my face when I hit the door. Make a girl feel real good, so very special. Each day is better than the one before.
listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source. We're streaming live, of course, today, and of course, we're very excited about today because we have a great guest today. You just actually heard some music right before we just came on. That was actually a feature of our guest today, Mr. Geni. Skendo is in the house. Welcome our guest today. Hey, Geni.
Hey,
Welcome, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. We're very excited about having you on today. Great to have you. And yeah, we just playing the little collab between me and you, man. The Austin Night track there. Man, I tell you, you did such a wonderful job on that track, and I'm just so glad that you asked to be on it, because I never even dreamed that track can be something other than what it was.
But it was awesome, so
Yeah, man.
yeah, but a beautiful song, great songwriting. I mean, so it's easier to play with it, and yeah,
Well,
great song.
Yeah.
We should do another version,
Absolutely. We got to do something else for sure, man.
Oh, I was
Definitely.
say do a song.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's the perfection.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but and yeah,
How did you discover that song from the Austin Nights? How did you find it?
so I discovered that Gary posted on Facebook, and so these days what I do is, I'm really open my ears. I'm trying to learn really good songs, because when you play good songs, you can connect with people better. Like the song is like money. Like solos are great, but song is money. And so he posted that song, and I said, oh wow, I want to learn this. So, and I began to transcribe it. Actually, I wrote the voice part. I wrote it, notated, like 3 pages of it. Whew.
Wow.
And it took me like a month, because start and stop. And I sent Gary a little bit. I said, hey, what do you think? He'd be like, oh yeah. So, he encouraged me. So I said, okay, it's not that bad, So we kind of encourage each other to finish the project.
Yes.
So yeah. So, and
What instrument you were playing on that song?
say what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you very well.
What instrument were you playing on that song?
Okay, so that instrument is a bass flute. It's like 1 octave lower than the regular flute, and it's actually my favorite instrument to play, because it can blend so easy with other stuff, but without coming in top. It's just in the middle. It's not too aggressive. Just it melts like butter, or like smelly French cheese.
Love it.
Say something, but I'm
Come on, say it. Okay. Write it down. Tell me later.
I guess with the flute, the upper register is so piercing, as opposed to the bass flute. At first, when I heard the song, I said, no, that's not an alto flute. That's even lower. And then I saw the
Great
picture
ears.
of the extra curve, and I said,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I see it now. Because I don't hear bass flute often. So when I heard it, I thought, oh, and it's just so beautiful. It's silky. It's just
Thank you.
Like butter, like he said, like butter.
like butter.
like for real though, because I'm thinking, so I play the other flute. I play jazz, Latin, free jazz. I play nice and loud. I can hold my own self against the saxophones. But I mean, how many gigs are you gonna do as a soloist? But this one, I can do collaborations with people, and so I can bring violin players or other horn players in the band, and I can play the middle part.
Yeah.
So I am still there, but like butter everywhere.
I'm telling you.
So you're melting
just-
on in, huh? It's like butter, you're melting in every section of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Like, I want to be a bass player if I could, or a cello. So it's like, because when you're I enjoy music, so what's the best way to get involved more into the song? That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
so like join part with a song. Yeah.
Well.
I saw flashing by on, because I have it on the screen while I'm watching what's going on, and I saw, I think it was the title of your album. Did I see astronauts from Albania or Albanian?
Of Albania, yes.
Albania. And was that your your CD cover?
Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah, one of them. All my albums are different.
I mean, I love that cover. Well, tell us about it. You know, this leads to the next question. So, I think off the air you mentioned that you were born in Albania. So tell us a little bit about your life from that point.
My life in Albania was beautiful. Albania is the richest country in the world. You know, we are number one in everything. Just kidding. So I learned.
No, I'm kidding.
So I started studying music in the first grade. My dad, he was in the army. He was not a musician, but he appreciated. So he made me practice music since the first grade for 3 hours every day. So,
In first grade,
oh yeah,
hour?
3 hours. Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no choice. All I wanted to do is do sports. Like I was sneaking out of the house, play games, back to practice room, you know. And I mean, that's how you learn.
Right.
Yeah.
And after that, I went to university for music, classical school. And then after I finished school, I worked with the Albanian National Folk Ensemble. So we did folk music. And in the side, I picked up the saxophone. I was playing very smooth, like too smooth a little bit of a saxophone, you know.
All right.
And so I was playing jazz shows. I even got a couple of orchestra jobs. Like I did them, but I got like offers to do like first flute. But I turned them down because the money, you know, was not enough, you know. So I was doing more work with side hustles than having an orchestra job. So yeah. And then afterwards, in 2003, I moved to Boston to study at Berklee College of Music, you know. Yeah. So I wanted to learn jazz. I mean, the irony going to school to learn jazz, you know, I'm just saying, you know, there is something there.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I should have become a nurse, have more money.
And you wouldn't be as happy. You know.
Could it be? And so I went there, and when I was at Berklee, I did only one semester, and I said, beep, I'm not going to spend... Oh, wait, check this out. So I was taking a class, and I told the teacher, hey, man, do you have any gigs, or what do you do? He said, oh, yeah, I got a jazz gig. And I said, okay, how much you making? The guy says, $50. And I said, well, I make more than you in my gigs, you know. Just...
You told them that?
I told him that. The guy says, please hire me, you know. So anyway,
Wow.
and afterwards I picked up the Japanese flute shakuhachi, and I went to New England Conservatory. I got my master's for contemporary improvisation. So a lot of free jazz, world music, because I love studying and learning more cultures. So, and then since then I do a lot of jobs with different bands, and you know, like all over the place. I mean, I'll play whatever people want me to do, like, because I love playing music. So
Yeah.
I'll play a country gig, you know.
Right.
You know what? I get that. I had a gig. It was all blues, and I did some country. And then Marcy pointed at me to solo on a country song, and I
Oh yeah.
I went okay, and I posted, and folks loved it. I said, okay, what do you do on a country song? I mean, do you bend the third, or you know, what do? You can't do that. But it came out well, and I've done rockabilly, country, blues, everything.
Fantastic.
Traditional,
Yeah.
very just out there, just doing it, rock music. So I'm like you. I'll do anything, you know, because
Yeah.
I like how you said that. I'll do anything because I love to play music, and that's
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the key. I love
Yeah.
that.
And honestly, like, I mean, and I do collaborations with like a lot of musicians, Grammy winner, like middle-level musicians, beginner musicians, and I mean, you know, I love to play with anyone. I love playing with amateurs because those guys love music, you know, and they pay better.
But, you know,
Yes.
they're passionate. They're hungry, and when you get with some
Exactly.
people, they're so good. I don't have to practice and all that. They can
Ah,
give
okay.
me.
So what,
Oh,
brings,
totally.
so what brings you to Alabama?
You know, I want to be with my Trump-loving friends. No, no, no.
Oh, cut it, G, cut it, cut it. Cut it, G. Cut it.
You really want to be Trump country, I'm just kidding,
Everybody go.
It's okay, Actually, like when I talk with these Trumpsters around here, I say what I'm saying. I respect them, they respect me, so it's all good, If you stand up for your beliefs, people respect you. So
Yeah.
anyway, so my wife, we were living in Boston, and my wife, in order to finish her degree, had to do an internship. So she got an internship at the university here in Alabama. So we came for a year, and they offered her a bigger job. I was like, sure, more money to buy flutes. and, and also I got more gigs here. I have like 25 students. I have 2 gigs every week, and it's warmer. Houses are cheaper. Food is way better, and also, like when the quality of living gets better. Like I can actually afford to do. I can travel for gigs. So before the Rona, I was traveling like a third of the year going for tours because I could afford to take them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But quality of living, that's what matters.
Right. No doubt.
And no traffic. I don't miss Boston traffic. Ugh.
But you don't.
Yeah, I'm sure
You
that.
know.
You trying to say there's not a lot of traffic there in Alabama?
No. I mean, there's like rush hour, but yeah, it's like not, or like East Coast, no, or like big city. Yeah.
See, but every time I pass through there going to Georgia, to Atlanta, man, that traffic is murder.
Yeah, but Atlanta, yes, it's.
No, I'm talking about going through Alabama, Then if
Oh,
you take, what's that? You take the roundabout, it just seems like it take you forever to get back on 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you live, Ray?
I'm in Fort Worth.
Okay, cool. Texas, cool. Yeah.
Jenny, you mentioned that you have a Japanese flute.
Yes, it's
Okay.
called shakuhachi. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're playing on the CD portraits.
Yes, yeah. That's my other love, the Japanese flute.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give the audience a little sound of it?
Yeah, sure. Pick a song. Yeah.
Well, that you gonna do it live. We want to hear a little bit of it. Let's
Oh,
hear a little bit.
Get a word in edgewise
Yeah.
today.
Okay, let me get the flute. I'm coming.
Yeah, that'll work.
1 minute, 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, so much for what you wanted to say, Grace.
Yeah, I can't get a word in edgewise today with Ray
Yeah, I
Mack.
know, right?
I'm on fire today.
Yeah, you were late today too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, but y'all, we hadn't came on there. I wasn't late to come on
Said
there.
fashionably late, huh?
Yeah, you were.
We wasn't on there yet.
Well, because we were waiting on you. Because Gary was about to say, well, forget Ray. We're going on the air. He didn't say it exactly like that.
It's Joyce's translation of it.
Then
pretty
y'all
close.
then y'all had them to say, oh, he gonna come in like he's a diva. So
Yeah, we did
ain't no
say
diva.
Okay. You're a Devo. Is that how men are Devos?
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Chris, James, I really.
Henry just said the chair could have sat in for Ray.
Watch out, Henry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Oh, and David had mentioned before that your chair must be blocking the phone because you never called David back.
And Ray loves to talk about people who don't call him back. All right.
Well, David, I'm sorry, man. Shoot.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
now
sorry,
we're
Dave.
about to be entertained.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Geni.
Okay, this is the shakuhachi. It's a Japanese bamboo flute made in Japan, handmade. And this is the flute that samurais used to play for meditation, for Zen music,
Mm-hmm.
and also beat people up or protect themselves.
It's
Nice.
bamboo after all. So
Right.
This is good. Okay, so actually I start with the greatest song of all time.
okay.
Okay, wait. Sorry, 1 second. Just kidding. That was a joke.
That's
Some joke.
I was waiting. Do it all.
Okay. Okay. So.
Hey.
Yeah. You know,
Thank you.
by playing that flute, you know what it kind of remind me of? The Native American when they be playing the flute, maybe the pipes or something like that. You know, wooden pipes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it kind of remind me of also.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I started to just lean back on my chair and go,
Mm-hmm.
Being very zen.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it has. You're right. It's definitely it has that really relaxing meditation
Yeah.
sound from your portraits CD. I was able to listen to a lot of that the other night, and it was like really nice for that.
Thanks, man.
Like
But
that.
There was one of the tracks. I think it was a portrait of or Virginia. I think it was.
oh yeah.
There, when I was listening to that track, it kind of reminded me like a Japanese movie where it's just part of the background of while the movie's going on, and either if they're traveling somewhere or something's happening on the screen, and they're playing this
Cool.
music, and that's what it reminded me of. And that's I saw
Cool.
this whole background of somewhere in Japan and all these people and this all the actions going on. So like that's exactly what I envisioned was when I heard that song.
Wow. Should I name it differently?
No,
Should
I
I
mean
name
it was, but it was because you literally painted
Thank
a
you.
portrait,
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
I was seeing things from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was really cool. And there was some of the when I looked at some of the other titles, I'm like, okay, these are Japanese, type. And I was like, I probably would butcher them if I try to say if
Yeah.
I try to pronounce them.
Yeah, because I think
Actually,
in
this was
order, of the tracks of my favorite off of portraits was from number 7 all the way down to the finish. Um,
All the
Yeah.
crazy ones.
is that? I don't know. I was digging it. I was liking it though. I really
So
was.
the way we did that album, I was in grad school and I was playing with this Polish piano player. His name is Dominik Vania.
Hmm.
He's like one of the best piano players in
Yeah.
the world.
He
And
was awesome.
he is an album at what is it like ECM, the album. He just released an album with us guys, and me and him we got along very good. We are kind of like anti-administration of the school a little bit, not happy, but so we got personally very nice. So when we went to record, we played the song forward and backwards, like really the chart backwards, and the guy. So we never played like that before. We just were improvising half of the time, and so yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I have a question. Where would you purchase the Japanese flute? I forget how to pronounce the name of it. Say it again.
Shakuhachi.
Jakuhachi.
Yeah.
Where would
So So, I mean, there is a website. It's called shakuhachi.com, and then you can buy the ones that are made in USA, but also a bunch of people that bring them from Japan. They're Japanese stores. But if you want, I can hook you up with a guy. I know a guy, and he's actually a shakuhachi player, and he makes his money. He has a school with other stuff, so like he can get you a used one with a really decent price, so it won't break and you'll find one that sounds good.
Hmm.
I kind of like that. I need to
Yeah,
get
but it's
some-
very hard to learn though. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's like yeah, it's it is a cool exercise that we do.
Yeah.
So like this I would do like the long notes, and you do like 100 of them.
Hmm.
When you start, you get the sound really. The sound is like a sword. It cuts the air. So it's
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Notice
Uh,
vibrato, you move your head for vibrato as opposed to flute. You do something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a head vibrato. You move this way or around,
Okay.
but and the vibrato, it's the way they use it. Like the vibrato is not take it for granted like in Western music. I
Yeah.
mean, good musicians they know how to use it, but
Hmm.
it's a tool. It's like a weapon of sound destruction.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean, because in order like for personally to get a really good sound, I take away the vibrato and then
Okay.
adjust a little bit. Oh yeah. So with the
Yeah,
bass flute, for
that's
example.
good. It wasn't, it's not like classical flute where you use it all the time mostly, but
Yeah, yeah. So like for example, like so like I mean I cannot hear
Mm.
myself well, but that's how I work for my sound to make that smoothness. I work without vibrato because
right.
with vibrato it's naked. You know what I mean? Vibrato
Mhm.
hides it. We'll hide it later, but for now just
Yeah.
try to get the sound.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think like vibrato is acceptable on classical flute, but not on clarinet. And when you start switching, you realize, oh, I'm on clarinet, no vibrato. But
Yeah,
it's good to know how to control it, how, like you said, not to use it. And then flute, when you're playing jazz flute, sometimes you just want to level out that vibrato, eliminate it.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, totally, totally.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 and cool.
So, Geni, why don't you tell us about the project astronauts of the what was the title again? How's it go?
Of Albania.
Albania, man.
Yeah, I
The
mean, yeah,
Albanian
Albania.
astronaut.
Yeah.
Those guys.
My gosh, I was thinking about something else. I was gonna try put something else in
The
there, but
best paid like people out of Albania, the astronauts.
yeah. But I mean, tell us tell us about the members and everything. I mean, how did it come together? How did you guys?
Okay, so Astronauts of Albania came as a project
Mhm.
when I was in Boston, and I was playing world music from around the world, Jewish, Latin, jazz, whatever. Then I said, but I couldn't stand Albanian music. Even I played it, I'd be like, whatever. I said, just as a personal development, I said, I'm gonna relearn some Albanian songs, and I begin to arrange them for the band, and I got a bunch of people, and the band was super excited.
Mm.
Like it was more exciting playing this style than whatever the funk that I was writing or what other stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm like, ooh! And you get the drummers were getting very excited because the music was challenging. The band needs challenging music to be
Right.
sharp.
Yes.
Like especially the drummers. Those guys become lazy very easy. So and so the music has all time signatures, fives, seven, nines, 11, and so I put bunch of songs together, got the band, and the crowd loved it, and I loved it, and we went through a couple of changes because finding the right drummer, percussion,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and yes, came out good.
Yeah, it
So in
did.
guitar we have Ben Levin. He's like fantastic guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a he is like a huge YouTube channel now.
Okay.
He's an experimental piano player. On violin with Chris Baum.
Mm-hmm.
He's a awesome violin player. So him and Ben play with his band. It's called Bentney. It's experimental rock band.
Okay.
Fantastic, crazy
Yeah.
music, you know.
Yeah.
And Chris also does string arrangements. He arranged CDs all over the place. Fantastic guy.
Mm-hmm.
And bass, we have a Umar Zakia. It's from New Zealand.
Okay.
Like I met him at school in Boston.
Yeah.
And on drums with Aaron Edgecombe. He's from Vegas, now in New York. But now these guys, when I have a gig, I cannot get all of them in the same time.
Right. Right.
Now the band these days, it's me, Ben, and we have a cello player instead of a bass player. So
Mhm.
it sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
And we have a different percussion player who also uses a hybrid drum set. So it's like all these world music drums arranged. So it's like a drum set, but sounds very warm and
Yeah.
yeah. But when I'm in Birmingham, I created another version of this band, and it's called Astronauts of Alabama. You know what I mean? The Bamia. And so I got these guys, and these are all like 4/4 kind of guys. You know what I mean? They play certain. And I begin to teach them a song at a time, little by little, and now we can play very complicated, like world music fusion.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the local band in drums, we have this guy. He's a Grammy winner drummer. His name is Dave Crenshaw.
Okay.
He's like
Yeah.
yeah, he's like funky. That guy is so good. It's like I mean, it's so good. We have a young kid plays bass, then a guitar player, and sometimes I get a violin player.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found new people to teach my music,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy that. You know, it's so the
Perfect.
band changes to the musicians, so it's good.
Man, that sounds rewarding, man. It's
You know, because like the thing is, when I moved here, there are the seasoned musicians that probably are not listening. You know, it's fine. But I started to teach these guys my songs. They were like, dragging their feet, and I was like, F it. I get young people, and I said, they really want to play with me. I'd be like, you want to play with me? Yes, I'll teach you.
yeah. Yeah.
And you convert them to your music, and they bring the energy, and you give them energy, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's how you make a killing band. That people talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, I think what we should do is let our listeners and viewers check out some of this right now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Got
man.
too excited.
Oh no, not at all, man. You're
And they
doing
heard you live. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
Oops. Okay.
you're doing great. You're doing great, man. But yeah, I wanted to. I don't know what to actually start at because I know I actually got this
Hey,
one.
start with the one that says Baresha.
Okay. Okay.
That song is called The Shepherdess. It's like
Yeah, you got like
grown
a
people.
you got like a part 1 and part 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Start with part one. It's nice and chill, you know.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna come back. And so for those of you, if you just tuned in, of course you're missing out. But don't worry, you know we're gonna have a replay of this whole complete video later today. But we are talking to Geni Skendo. He is our featured guest
Geni
today.
G is short, you know.
Yeah, I like Geni G. You know, let's just move it on over to Geni G. Yeah. All right. But anyway, we're gonna play a couple of those, part 1 and part 2, and then we'll come back right here. So y'all keep it locked right here on the Indie Live Spot. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sounds. Oh my goodness, that was great sounds of our guest today, Geni, with his group Astronauts of Albania. I mean, my goodness,
That's right.
nice, really, really nice. And we did the part one and part two, but we did follow up, Geni, um, right after that with what was it? I don't know how is it Kaba or
Kaba, yes.
Kaba? Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, tell us about that as well, man.
Okay, so Kaba, in Albania, they have this song form. It's called Kaba. They played with clarinet, violin, and some kind of guitar wood thingy. So I arranged that for the shakuhachi, violin, and the whole band. So we create like this kind of like soundtrack, movie soundtrack feel to it. I had no idea how it would be before the recording. I just told them, you do this, you do this, you do this, I'll do this, and then boom, it worked.
Wow.
But I kind of Japanized the melody
Uh-huh.
because I played with the Japanese flute and with the Albanian clarinet, the
Yeah.
notes they move a bit faster.
Yes.
But this one I moved them really slow, so I glided through the notes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
played with it and
Fantastic, man. Sounds great. All of it
Yeah,
does.
I may have misunderstood, but I think when you said when you're playing Albanian music, when you're introducing it, that the meters change, like 4/4, 3/4. You said, speak that again because does it change in the same song?
Oh yeah, so for example, the Baresha song has 2 meters, part 1 and part 2. I only split it in 2 parts for matter so people can click more, obviously. But the whole song is 2 parts. The first part in 7/8, so it's a slow one. 1, 2, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, long, short, short, 1, 2, 3, dum, dum. Dum, 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 boom, dum, boom, dum, 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 boom, dum, 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 ba, dum, boom, ba, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the second part is 9/8. It goes like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So it's like a bunch of 2s and 3s,
I love
So
it.
yeah.
I love it. Man.
So
Yeah.
but the 9/8 is cool. You can do it like a fourth, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1.
And that's the beauty of learning how to play. I always tell somebody, well, I don't know how to play this country music. I said, well, you have to analyze it and find out what's typical in that culture. And that's what you're doing. You said, okay, this is how music is played here. And I think that unless you've played classical music, you may not understand how something can go from 7/8 or even 11/8. And
Oh yeah, totally.
because you don't see that in everyday music.
That's very true. In Western, yes, classical music, but in some other cultures, like Middle Eastern cultures or Indian music, they have this odd time signature. It's normal. It's not called odd like we call it here. So like, yeah, so it's like food,
Unless you're doing
Like
take
this-
five.
Yeah.
Five.
Like think about like the rhythms are like the spiciness, like the hot sauce. You know what I mean? Like there are levels and levels. Some people
Yeah.
get them, some people don't.
Uh-huh.
But I think the best way to learn these rhythms, like if someone wants to learn to become extra funky, it's like to learn songs that use them. Like you learn 5, you learn take 5. You learn another song with 7/8, or like dum 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 dum, like Mission Impossible.
Right.
That's what it sounds. Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like learning like rhythms. But I have to say, all-time signatures make things funky really good and fast. It's like, whoa, there is something there, and it gets you. So,
And man, did
and,
you?
and what they do, they really like inspire the drummer. So when the drummer is inspired,
Yeah.
everything flies.
Yeah,
Inspire or frustrate?
absolutely.
Oh, frustrated. Yeah.
Very
Gee,
cool.
what were you gonna say?
No, I was just he just kind of when he was doing that
Rhythm?
yeah, that rhythm that reminds you of the Mission Impossible. It brought a little memory back because I had a track that I did some years and years ago that it's has that type of a signature beat. Hmm. Yeah.
I love how you missed the triplet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is a 3 and a 2.
Hmm.
That's all.
I like
Yeah,
it.
it is. Yeah. It's very doable though, and but I think
Totally.
somebody rearranged Take Five and did it in 4/4, and I'm like, no, keep it
Oh,
with 5/8. You know, keep it like that. You know, we need variety, in other words, so that's okay.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah. Variety is good though.
It
Hmm.
is. So
But the thing is, like, I think the variety is good, but like thinking, for example, if you're gonna do a song that is gonna be played for, I don't know, maybe a smooth jazz stage. So like it needs to be the smooth parts, like beautiful melody. So
Hmm.
you keep one part that is familiar for the people, they can follow, something. But also you can mix up the rhythms and you can make it funky differently, So
Mm.
like it's like having something you bring people to your journey, but they have something they can follow along, and then be like, oh, where am I? I heard all this album, all weird, but just
yeah.
use the familiar with the new, just mixing it up.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not new because jazz artists were doing it, and then R&B artists did it, and something. But
Oh, yeah,
if
totally.
you're not paying attention, you don't understand that's what they're doing. And I'm trying to remember it the name of the group that they switched the rhythm, and even in Skin Tight, uh, I didn't realize until I was charting it out, and I went, wait a minute, that was 2 beats and then 4. I didn't realize it. So sometimes they're so clean about
Yes.
changing it, you don't really know it until you start analyzing it or playing, and you go, oh, okay, that was 3/4, and he went to another one.
Mm.
I can't remember the name of the song that sneaks it in. Can't remember. But you would hear that not a lot, as opposed to what Take Five did. He was in 5/8 the entire song, where they do their 4/4 and they move and then they come back or put a 2/4. And sometimes I think it's because they didn't know what else to do it right there, and they needed a shift. So it was a 2/4 shift, and it took them right back in like a little bridge, quasi bridge right there.
Yeah, it's funny. So for the Take Five, I mean, I was reading, and the drummer, it took him a while to learn it, and like that was the second time he played the song without messing up in the recording session. It was new for him also,
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
No doubt. Yeah.
And they made so much money with the Take Five. Woo!
Yeah.
They paid for the houses, for the ex-wives.
Ah,
That's why when somebody said, I'm going to the studio, can you come play saxophone? I said, can I see what you're doing before I go in? Just
Yeah.
in case there are 30-second notes and things like that.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. More prepared, the better.
And
Mhm.
if it's a horn section, I want you to be in there 3 other horns. I said, okay, do you have the melody transcribed before we go in there?
Hmm.
And because if you're just gonna say, oh, play this la 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 la, you know, how much time do
You
you have?
better pay me the lala, Show me
Yeah,
the lala.
but if you have 4 horn players with charts and they're reading, it'll go by fast. Yeah, a lot faster than if you try
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
on the spot.
Mhm.
But and
So trying to play the la 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 la.
yeah, 'cause
Honestly though, if they motivate me, I'll play any lala they want. Just
well, if you
send
have
the
a
motivation.
paper with you, you can jot it down, and I've done that. I'll jot it down.
Yeah.
Really, when after a couple of times, the guy wanted a 4-piece horn section in the studio recording at the same time.
Oh wow.
I told him, I said, you need to chart them out. He said, well, why? I said, you need to chart them out.
They're poor guys.
Yeah, I said, he said, will you do it for me? I said, yeah. And he paid me to chart all the horns. And let me tell you, everything was so smooth. We had to change a
Of course.
note here and there, but
Yeah. That's great.
every one of us could read, and it works so much better. that way.
Totally.
But it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
weird. I did that one time, and it was a train wreck. And
Yeah.
but
Well,
anyway,
good for you for making it happen.
yeah, but after you've had some experience, you tell the person before you even go in there. You let them know. And I said, but if you know full horn players that can do that, that have perfect pitch and can do it, then great, go with that. But I would say
Yeah.
you need to have it transcribed unless you have, how many hours do you want to spend on the studio just doing horn parts in the background? So it's just
So, hey, so Guinea. So we
Yes.
we touched on it just a little bit when we were off air, but the instrument that everybody was viewing on air on the screen a little bit earlier, the tall orange. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, talk a little bit about that again for our viewers.
Okay. So that is called the contrabass flute. It's
Yeah.
a contrabass flute, and it's 2 octave lower than the regular flute.
Hmm.
And he has like really nice fat sound, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is it
And
something?
it takes a lot of air. Oh my God, how much air it takes.
Oh,
Woo.
no doubt. I was gonna say it looks like it takes a lot of air. Is it something that you just play just on certain type of songs, or I mean, what?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what's your
Well,
utilization on it?
that instrument is like sound like it's very acoustic, meaning
Mm,
that it's loud, but like it doesn't cut well with the band. So I play that usually in concert situations, like
okay.
duos or trios or quartet, but
Yeah.
they're kind of like listening to me, especially with people that are paying attention, like
Mhm.
because I have to put a lot of air. But usually for acoustic stuff, I use
Mhm.
it,
Okay.
or sometimes really highly produced. When I do like cool bass lines.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but it used to be mic'd nice, and also has like percussive sounds. I can bring it here and play a little bit if you guys want to hear it. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
I do.
Okay.
I
Absolutely.
want
Okay. Give me 30 seconds. I'll bring it.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And while he's gone, I don't know if you guys noticed in the chat room, Henry, you guys were talking about the rhythms.
Uh-huh.
Henry goes squeak 2, 3, 4 when Ray was moving
Oh,
his chair.
I missed that one.
The chair.
And,
Saw something.
and then when Joyce, when you said that, when they told you we'll play la 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 la, and then Henry goes fa on the first beat, then la la la.
Me and Ray had a long discussion about his chair last night
Oh, is why is
on
that
the
why
phone.
you intentionally came in late, Ray?
no.
Tell him what happened, Ray.
See, he,
Tell him
he
what
was mad.
Ray. You gotta tell him.
He showed you.
Listen, y'all. Listen, Ray. You gotta tell him. So this gonna bring everything to fruition. Tell him, Ray.
Friend of mine was saying, boy, that chair is bad. Boy, I just heard that chair. I said, boy, I see why they been messing with you about that chair. That chair is bad.
Who said that?
The lady that he was bragging on the picture that he was showing that his friend.
Oh, but she talked about your chair.
Yes.
Okay,
You know he
now
doesn't believe
he will do
us.
something about it. Now he will.
I didn't do nothing about that chair. Shoot.
Okay, we got our guest back,
Yes,
and
back.
look what he has right there.
Man,
Wow.
how you
Say
play
hello
that
to my
thing?
little. Say hello to my little friend.
Little friend.
Wow.
And
He plays
tell
it
us
standing
again.
up, Ray.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
It's huge.
It's the S bomb. Sorry.
It is huge.
I gotta play something.
Yay. Mhm. Yeah. come
Really.
together. Yes.
And
Yay,
that's where
man.
the saxophone comes in top, you know?
Oh,
Love
I was
that.
more. I was like, look, we started singing with
That was all right now.
Any Beatles song, yes. Thank you.
That
But,
was
you know,
cool.
I love it. Oh,
yeah,
Wow.
that song is called like Dean Town. It's like from this band Wolf Pack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it's like a bass song. I'm going to learn a little of this.
that is
Cool. Very
nice.
cool.
You double
Yeah.
tonguing?
Oh, yeah. That's double tringling, anything.
Yeah, I love it.
And the thing about it,
Clubhouse.
you're so accurate on that, man. When you do that, it's so good.
Thanks, man. Lots of practice, you know.
Yeah.
For a lot of time, I was really off. It
Mm.
hurted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with the rhythm, the rhythm and melody, that's is like it's like you add value to whatever one is doing.
Yeah.
So like, and you have the rhythm really funky. It's or when you go for as you know as best as you can, really like it gets people to a journey. I think rhythm is very important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you perform, how many of your instruments from your flute family do you take with you?
So so when I perform, usually depends. So like if I do like a regular jazz gig, like boring restaurant gig, I only bring my flute and my and piano. I play piano, some keys as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
do that, get paid, go home. Like some for concert situations, I bring these flutes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like but this one I bring it for stages. You know, or like some venue that is like it's gonna be featured. I'm gonna have a microphone. I won't be competing with like a concert. You know, it's like for performance venue.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So
Very
But you
cool.
know
and
what I can hear you doing on the country bass flute is beatbox. I can hear it. You
oh, the
right.
beatbox.
You can do it.
Yeah, I
You
mean
have the
yes.
technique and articulation to do it. So I can hear it.
But, I mean, I kind of like I'm a fake beatboxer. I do it for practice purposes. You know, like just to get
Whatever you want to do, you might come up with something really creative. You don't have to do it exactly like something like,
exactly. Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah.
yeah, I can hear you. Make it your own. You know what? That's how I started doing jazz flute. I said, you know what? This sounds good. Let me just do this. Let me do this,
Exactly. Yeah.
this, and do that. And then eventually I came up with my own. So I
Mm-hmm.
can see you doing that because and I was waiting for you to break it down. I said, oh,
Break it down.
I can hear it. I can hear the crowd going crazy too over that. And I'm sure. Do you have to tell the audience what you're playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna play like a bass. You know, forget
Mm-hmm.
about beatboxing, bass and drums.
Yeah.
Mm. How much fun is that? And you know, that's what the audience needs, some variety, and you bring this on doing that. Now, do you have to explain to the audience what you're playing? Does- when you take your country
Usually,
bass?
I like to talk to people, so it's like I'd be like, "Hey, thank you y'all for coming. My name is Geni. You know, playing some world music for y'all today." I
Mm-hmm.
know. I like I do when I bring the bass flute, I talk a little bit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and people like to know what you're doing, but
Right.
without being too pushy. You know, it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Like like it depends, you know, when and depends if I'm playing for other people. So one band that we have, we perform a lot. It's bass flute, vibraphone, percussion, and upright bass. So like the
Mm-hmm.
band leader do all the talking, and I just be like, hey, just play it a little bit.
Okay.
But I do include the education when it's my part because people like to know stuff and
Right.
they be part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like that, like the contra, because like I said, I've never seen one. So a lot of people have never seen that either. So you have to say, oh, this is, you have to name it, and especially those that haven't seen the other flute. Is it the alto flute that you
Bass.
have?
Bass
Or is it
flute.
bass flute? Okay,
Yeah.
that one. A lot of people haven't seen that either. I've seen it, but I just can't remember. I can never remember what's like. Is it alto or it's a bass flute? Okay,
Yeah.
but they haven't. A lot of people aren't
Yeah, totally.
exposed to that. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But
Well, I
yeah,
have
it's all good.
how many albums have you released? And what was your first one?
So I have the first one. It's called Stella. That I made with this very suspicious producer. He was very shady.
Mm.
Anyways, and then so I kind of released it only on my website. I have a second one. It's called Acoustic Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my compositions mixed up and stuff. Sounds like prog rock instrumental. And the next one is Astronauts of Albania 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. After the Acoustic Cowboy was Portraits,
Okay.
and then the Shakuhachi piano. And the fourth one is Astronauts of Albania, and the fifth one is the one released with a guitar player. So we play like world music, flute and guitar, chill,
Yeah.
library kind of style music.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I think that you would love to work with is Bickley.
Who's that?
Bickley.
Bickley
I think
Rivera.
she just- Yeah, Bickley Rivera. You need to check her music out. Well,
Yeah.
just beautiful stuff with steel drum, and I love her music. Something to check out. I was just thinking about that as I was listening to you describe. Now, when did you release the first album?
The first album was like 2007, I would say.
Oh, okay. So you've been busy. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also I released a couple of music books.
Oh,
I did one book, Play Along with Japanese music, folk music,
Mm.
and they released a flute thingy with flute workbook for the Messiaen. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been a bunch of other people's album, like world music and stuff, big band. So
Very nice.
it's all good.
Yeah.
But they are known as good as Austin Knight. I have to say it. Okay.
Oh.
I agree. I agree.
I'd be like, man, this video got more views than all my music together. I'm like, Geni G from now on.
Well, I love hearing you on it, man. I tell you, cause that the first night when you did that for on there, and we pushed the tracks back and forth, and that first night, man, it took me a long time to go to bed. I had to sit up and listen to that over and over and over. I was like,
Right.
oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, man.
I remember when you posted on Facebook, I was like, oh, wow. Really
yeah,
nice.
when G tagged me on it, and I was like, wow, I listened to it, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So,
There's a different
won't you
take
do-
on Austin Nights.
Won't you do it, Gary? Won't you play it for the people inside in the audience?
Well, you're late because we have played
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I was
Justin,
That's how we came in. That's how we introduced him onto the show.
Yeah, I think we played enough in this show. You know what I mean? It's a great song,
Well,
but 10 times is enough. Yes.
Yeah, but
And then he interrupted Chris to talk about something that already happened.
Yeah.
That's all right, Devo. We got you. We got you.
yes,
So,
we are targeting not paying attention.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what's in the future for you? If I get your name right, Gena.
Geni.
Jenny.
Geni?
Geni, yeah. I mean, the future. I mean, who the hell knows the future is gonna bring? You know what I mean? Just staying alive and healthy,
Yeah.
getting the vaccine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'll be second in line on the vaccine. I'll watch you guys get it first.
you know, please, second is good, so more for me. You know what I mean? But like musically, it's we'll see. We have to think. The thing is that CDs, if you make a CD, like no one's buy it, so Like it's I think making like really good singles. I'm thinking like really good singles and making really good videos. So
Mhm.
like really focusing on production because one can be a great musician, but if the music is not produced, it doesn't look the part, you won't get traction because people won't notice it in the because there's so many videos, so much music out there. So
Mhm.
like my goal is to make really good music. It's like so I do one song and I totally nail it, get everything right, make it and make me happy and my collaborators. So really making good stuff. That's the goal. Like,
Mhm.
and if I do this, will make me happy. Like commercial success or not commercial success, but what is commercial success? I mean, it's like what pays my rent is lessons and live gigs. Local people. So, it's all
Yeah.
good.
And
Mhm.
that's what I was about to ask you. You teach as well. So the
Oh
teachers.
yeah, lots of teaching. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, lots of teaching and I love it. It's good. And
Mhm.
kids like bring me, hey, Mr. Geni, we're gonna do this. I heard this cool song, so I learned a lot from the kids.
Mhm.
And so back and forth, and you have to keep engaged because the music is not about me. Other people gave it to me, or I took it from other people. But you have to pass it along, inspire people so they can grow. They make their own music.
Mhm.
So you create your own tribe of musicians.
Okay. Do you still
Absolutely.
play saxophone too?
No.
That was cool.
No. Like we
No,
did.
I mean, because I was playing alto. Okay, so first time I played alto, when I got a soprano, oh my God, I sounded so Kenny G. It was like ridiculous because I heard the song so many times. I sold the soprano, and I have an alto, but the reed, just getting to the reed ready is like so much work. With the flute, you put it on, like I mean, but if I get a tenor, I might play. But also, I don't really have to, you know.
Because look at all what you're playing now. It's,
Mhm.
you're set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, but I love the saxophone. I really love the tenor saxophone. Like, I mean, when I play the bass flute, I'm imagining I'm playing a tenor, like really deep, like warm sound with a
Mhm.
bit of, yeah, with the
Contrabass flute is, sounds would be the Barry sax, I guess.
oh yeah, totally, yeah. It's so live and learn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it's just like the Barry sax. I tell people, I never wanted to play the Barry sax. And when I was in college, I was barely over 100 pounds. And I said, I'm not going to play a horn that's bigger than I am. And it's just, and plus, when you played in concert band and even big band, jazz band, it had the most boring parts. So I didn't want to be caught with a berry in my hand. Joyce Charlton, no, no, because if I blow one note, you think I'm supposed to keep playing it. So I'm not going to even try. But do I love the instrument? I do. I don't have a problem with it, but it's just too big. It's like the cello. I love the cello. I took a semester of cello, but oh my God, it's a big instrument to tote around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the sound of the cello. It's just so warm. The
It
tones are
is.
just amazing from the
Mhm.
It
cello.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
next
Kenny,
video that yes.
you said that you teach. Do you teach like at a school or is it one-on-one students that come like?
So I teach in is like the premier like private school in town
Oh,
here.
okay.
And so I rent an office from them. And then I teach for my studio for the professionals or people that I know. So it's only for a few people. And I teach in a church. That I perform music there at the church, and I teach through their program and also online teaching.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, although I teach everyone, I don't turn anyone down. If I don't know it, I'll learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I,
Wow.
I love that attitude.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean it pays my rent. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No doubt.
understand that as well. Does your wife play musical instrument?
No, but she plays piano. She can sight read. She sings. She is more Alison. She's like a microtonal singer.
Okay.
No, like no, she sings shower singer.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us like
But
come
you want to
high.
make sure she didn't hear you talk about her because this video is going on archive. She can.
I know. She's very supportive, and she knows she has a opposite taste of me musically, and so it's good because it brings more. I can end up listening to weird music all day. So it needs someone to center you. So it's
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And how long have you guys been married?
Since 2007.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. We're both working in a sandwich place in Boston, making sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you met.
Yeah.
Family
Awesome.
love over a sandwich. That's so romantic.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I gained 10 pounds after I started the job there.
Ah,
Oh, like Italian gourmet sandwiches. Oh, mama.
Well, there's nothing like good Italian food. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all making me hungry.
I know,
Well,
right?
next time.
I mean, even Italian restaurant near me, they were two, and I don't know. I said, "What are you doing to this pork chop?" Because I've
Yeah.
never had chops like this in my life. These are the best. And he explained that when he orders the meat, he doesn't get it from the grocery store. Some special way he orders it. It has to be a special way. But I'm telling you, it was delicious. No matter what we got, if it was seafood or whatever. And I can't pronounce the names, so I love menus that have descriptions because I
Yeah.
don't remember from one restaurant to another what I had, so I have to go down and read and I go, that's what I had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Now, being that we're talking about food and eating and all that kind of good stuff, I want
Yeah.
to, Guinea. I know
Yeah.
you got some guns on you, man. I've noticed your
Some
guns.
guns?
Yeah,
The gun show?
your arms. Your
Oh, yeah, what
arms.
about that?
Yeah. Uh, I've noticed a couple videos that you mess around with these what they call kettle weights.
Kettlebells.
Is that kettlebells? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are interesting, man. I know that it looks like it's painful when I'm watching you do that.
okay.
If you all want to see my videos doing my gun show, you can join my OnlyFans site.
ah,
No. No. Hey, so those kettlebells, they're like, kettlebells come from Russia originally.
Okay,
So it's like these balls of cannonballs with handles.
right.
And they're like, and I practice called like a Jirovi sport, it's kettlebell sport, and you lift these belts up and down for 10 minutes. It's like it's not fun.
Yeah, it looks
You have to,
grueling.
it is very grueling, and it's uses aerobic system. You have to be strong and in shape. So a really tough way to get in shape. You know what I mean? It's a bit painful.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Oh yeah.
exercise equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like actual weights. They're weights. I mean,
They're
the
weights,
metal.
Well,
With
I
the
thought it has
handle.
to do with firearms because you had just mentioned.
No, I was talking about his
It has
arms.
like the little
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah.
if
That's
you
what
would
we
think,
Okay.
if it didn't have a handle, you would think it was a sharp foot.
Yeah.
But they just huge.
But you got to be careful with those things though too.
Oh yeah. I mean, like everything, like a
Yeah.
float. You know what I
Like
mean?
when you going up, and then like
Knock yourself out.
I got
I never knocked myself out. But the thing is that when I post videos, I post only the good stuff, only like the hardest exercises.
Yeah.
But I warmed up with lightweight. I do a warm up, and the really heavy exercise goes on like for a little bit, just a little bit. So it's like a whole program, lots of stretching,
Right.
warming up, like a very hard passage on your instrument. You don't play like that all day, just when
Yeah.
you want to. It's a.
Mhm.
But I find doing like sports really helps with performance because when we perform, I mean, it's like it's cardio. You need
Yeah.
energy.
It's very important. Yeah, it's a very
Especially for
important
that
factor.
contrabass flute.
Oh yeah, contrabass fit.
Mhm.
So like one needs to be in shape, and when you have better health, you eat more. That's the other benefit. You eat more food, good food, exercise more.
Absolutely. Very nice. Okay, well, we're getting closer and closer to our time for today, but I want to get like maybe one more song in real quick. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and wrap things up for today. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll, in fact, what I'll do is I think let's do this. Let's play. Let's see. I don't even know if I can pronounce it. You might have to help me, Geni.
From which CD?
From the astronauts of Albania.
Oh,
It's what is the one that's it's like
Read the first letter.
okay, it's got Kur Cur.
Oh yeah, play that one. That's a good one. It'll
Yeah,
drive crazy, you know.
right. How do you say that?
Uh,
Or
How do you
pronounce that?
pronounce that?
Hmm.
Kurkan. It says like Kurkan uyato burime. Is there water in those in the well? It's a 981. Doom 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 doom
Okay.
doom doom doom. It's kind of like drum and bass, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
The
Yeah.
title again? Can I say the title of the song?
The title is Kurkan uyato burime.
Hmm.
It sounds like Boogeyman at the end.
You know, it's like you go outside in the night and you meet the boogeyman.
Gary, I don't blame you. I would not have tried that one
Right.
either.
Oh yeah, I would have
It's a
butchered it.
word, it's right, man. You know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let me go into it real quick so we can get back. So
Okay. Got it.
keep it locked. We'll be right back.
for the cellophane.
Okay, well we're back, and man, that was really really cool that we heard there, and
That was a nice
Yeah.
one.
hmm
Now, Geni, pronounce that title again, please. That's from
Uh,
Albania.
uh,
The
Kur
king.
Kur
Or
Perandon
Parandon.
DLE.
Dialect. Okay.
Yeah.
This
Actually,
is
the song.
in Albanian language. Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yes. And it means like when the sun goes down. It's like sunset, but word for word when the sun goes down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
So it was
nice
a
time.
great-
The
it was
book,
right
the
for song.
boogeyman comes out, you know.
No, it's Papa Smurf that comes out over here.
Oh man.
Henry, he's eating now. I hope that makes you happy.
Just to make us happy to see somebody eating on the show.
Are those Oreos? They look good.
It's got it's chocolate, cookie,
Oh,
and
oh,
it's got
man.
peanut butter inside of it.
Oh my goodness.
No, not peanut butter for me. Thank you.
It's
Hard
good.
pass on the peanut butter, thanks. If it was almond butter, that's a different story.
Oh my, yeah, almond butter is my favorite also.
I
Yeah.
love almond butter.
hmm
So I buy it only once a year because you know it goes really fast.
Mhm.
And I am drinking a Tiger Woods.
A Tiger
Oh, wow.
Woods.
A Tiger Wood. Well, most people call it tea and lemonade on Palmer. I call it Tiger Woods.
Okay.
Yeah, I know everybody heard of Arnold Palmer, right? The golfer.
We really got a class act show. We got a man chomping on food, mouth open.
Yeah.
Chair squeaky.
Mhm.
And we are listening, so it's got something going on, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Okay. Well, it's time for us to wrap things up, but I just want to say, Geni, thank you so much for actually hanging out with us today on the show.
thank you. Pleasure is mine, you guys.
Man.
Very cool hang.
Yeah, man, we enjoyed you. Enjoyed
Thank
that
you, thank you,
music as
thank you.
well, and so you know you're part of the GHP family now. So you definitely gotta
Thank
come.
you.
You gotta come back, man. Definitely for sure.
You be like the GGGBH family?
There you go.
Yeah.
The G's.
Jeez.
Then you
I mean, we
can-
got more G's than anything else.
Hey, we got a lot
Yes.
of G's. Yes, we do.
You got three fellas in there that you can join up with. That's Henry, Keith, and David McLaurin. They on me all the time, so you might well come on in and join the crowd too.
Dave, you said your last name right. He didn't call you McLaren.
Oh,
I get Geni McGlenn. That's cool. Be like a country artist.
but anyway, man. Again, thank you, man, and we really
Oh yeah,
enjoyed the
thank you. It's a
music.
pleasure. Yeah.
And do you happen to have like any special websites or anything that you might want to promote or have people go to or follow?
I have
or-
OnlyFans, Geni. No. I have like GeniMusic.com. That's my website.
Okay.
GENI Music. So you know,
Mm-hmm. There you
but
go.
don't go at my website, okay? I'm prohibiting people to go in at my website. You know.
Phil, can you give to access your website? GE. What did you say?
GENI music.com. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Mhm.
A good time. I enjoyed it.
Great.
And
Yeah.
hopefully we can have a new song by next time.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt,
We
man.
should find another city, you know, in the south to name a song after, you know?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. Well, again, and thank you. And I just want everybody to have a great weekend and be safe out there, please. And join us here next week, same place, same time. Grizz will fill us in on if there's anybody that we do have scheduled for next week. And again, I wanted to say thanks to Geni for
Thank you.
hanging out with us today. It was great.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right. And then Ray, Joyce, and Grizz, take us away.
Well, man, it was our pleasure having you on the show today, Kenny. But as they say, I guess I was fashionable late, but I know I wasn't late. But you my kind of fella, boy. You my kind of fella, boy. We just talking about behind the scenes. You right on time.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We should do a behind the scenes podcast,
Well, look here. They probably wouldn't even be able to stand that one. But like I said, it's our pleasure having you on the show today, and everybody, see you later. Bye.
Thank
There's
you
a
guys
check.
very much.
For being here today. Oh, I so enjoyed you, Geni. It was educational too, to introduce the difference in the flute family, and I'm looking forward to next week. You guys, hey, if you enjoyed the show, don't forget to click the thumbs up thumbs up button on YouTube, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And look forward to seeing you guys next week. And again, thanks for coming. And now, Chris, to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Jenny, thank you. The other G that's been added
The
to.
yeah, more G's.
Yay.
We so enjoyed having you on the show, and thank you for playing your instruments live. That was a treat.
Absolutely.
That was a treat. We don't get that often, but then when we do, man, I'm just like, yes, enjoying it. Thank you everyone for tuning in to the show today, and our chat room gang. Love you guys to death, to the moon and back. You know it. Thank you for being here. Sending out lots of hugs to our chat room gang. Yes, behind the scenes with Crumbs and Ray. Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, my ninja. Needed that one for closing out.
Yes.
Still working on a guest for next week. I'm not sure if we're going to have one, depending if they get back to me or not. But just look out for the promos, whether we have a guest or not. Please join us, because we have a good time. You enjoy the music and enjoying us picking on Ray, if nothing else. That makes a good show too. So be safe out there. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.
All right, everybody.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.